Finally, Queen Naomi has said it with her mouth. So today, Queen Naomi granted interview. Maybe I will leave the link so that you can read all the things she said. She said a whole lot, but I'm going to only read to you guys the part of her marriage. And this interview was done by Punch newspaper. So if you can go and read it, all the things by yourself, you can quickly rush to go to Punch and read it by yourself. This is not hearsay. And the title of the interview is "I Can't Return to Palace with Ooni's 6 Wives." This interview was posted maybe like 15 hours ago, or maybe I don't know. They asked her a lot of things, which I'm not going to like dab into those ones. I'll just read those important ones that everyone has been waiting to hear from Queen Naomi's mouth. Yes. So this interview, they asked her a lot about how she started her ministry. I'm not going into that because a lot of people already know the story. She have told that story a lot of time. How even her NGO, they ask her a lot of things, a lot of personal questions, which is very very long. They asked her why she started her organization. She said it a lot. And she was asked that during her birthday that she said something like giving the devil a punch, for her to clarify. Queen Naomi is very smart. Do you know what she said? She said, "I will speak briefly. There are certain things that happen in your life that are extremely private. They happen behind the camera. Because of the way my life has been out there for a couple of years, people assume that they know everything going on with me, but that's a lie. You only know what we put out there." She also said, "The devil is a bunch of evil. It is huge for someone who is not even up to 30. Because I have a ministry and all, it is giving me fuel in my lamp and it keeps me going." Okay, let's move to where the person asked, "Is there anything you would like to share about life in the palace?" She said, "I am hesitant about speaking on my experience in the palace, but in my usual way of talking, it was a bittersweet experience. Details I will not be sharing, but it was a bittersweet experience. There were really sweet moments and there were really bitter moments. It is not yet time to talk about it because some things are meant to just teach you by yourself. I believe the messages are just for me at the moment. When God wants to enlarge and expand on it and make it a message for the whole world, then I will hear his word and talk about it." So she basically said she had experience of bitter and sweet moments in the palace, that she's not going to share it now until God give her direction or God tell her to, "Oh yeah, share it." Okay. So she talked about how she gave birth to the prince, that the prince is a miracle child. So the person asked, "How does it feel to produce the crown prince of Ife?" She first of all sang and she said, "It feels beautiful and the greatest miracle I have experienced in 3 decades of my life. You can't take that away from me. Ask me to drop everything, the crown he has given me. My son is my crown. He is not going anywhere. It is a precious gift and my shoulder pad is high. I am holding it like a priceless, untapped natural resources. I am excited about it." Okay, let's move back to the main gist. So they asked her, "You are out of the palace at the moment. Are you single and ready to mingle?" She said, "It's a different thing to be single and it is a different thing to be ready to mingle. But what I can say for sure is that I am a bride waiting to be dressed up." Did you hear that? I am a bride waiting to be dressed up. The person now asked her, "Can you clarify that?" She said, she wrote some things in Yoruba. She said, I don't know how God plans to do it because he's my event planner, but there is a big event waiting to happen. Phew. She now said, you see this queen, it will take a strong king to get me. I am single. Did you hear that? Then the person now asks, is there a possibility of reconciliation with the ooni? She said, I am going to answer that question with a question. As I have been speaking to you for the past 1 hour, do I look like someone who can survive in the midst of 6 mature and strong women? She said, no, she is but a soft, strong, gentle woman, and I can't be a square peg in a round hole. Who? Did you hear that? She said she is not going back to the palace, that how can she survive with 6 mature and strong women? Did you hear that? When I post video and told you guys that it's very impossible for Queen Naomi to go back to that palace. A lot of people will come to the comment section and be saying, you are hypocrites, you are this, you are that Queen Naomi is going to the palace. She celebrated birthday with the king, blah, 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 this and that. Have you heard it now? She says she's not going back. And she's planning a big event, which is wedding to another man. Did you hear that? You can go to Punch and read this. Maybe I don't know if I can click on the link. If I can't, just go to Punch and type. Let me go back to the title. Sorry, hold on, because I'm using my my computer to read these things out. So the title is, I can't return to palace with only 6 wives. You see, I've been saying it since 2022 that Queen Naomi is not going back. You guys are saying I'm hypocrite, I'm that. She will go back to her husband. People, even the ones that are claiming that they are born again, they have been praying. Some are saying nonsense. Well, now you heard it from her mouth. She's not going back to the palace. It's very hard for, to go back 6 wives or even 7. No. Anyway, we will continue this gist. Then I'll maybe analyze the other part of the interview, because the interview is very, very long. It's very, very long. I just read a couple of it,